85% of people who have a glucometer at home measure fasting blood glucose wrong. So if you own a glucometer and you want to know how to measure your fasting blood glucose properly, this video is for you. Before I get started, if you haven't seen the first video in our series, Am I a Diabetic?, I highly recommend you start there. So let's get into it. On your screen are the actual readings of a person's fasting blood glucose from the time they've woken up to the time they've had their breakfast. These are readings measured every 15 minutes. You can see the range is very large. This person woke up at 5 a.m. and if you took the blood sugar at 5 a.m., you would get 114. But if you took that blood sugar just 30 minutes later, you would get 128. If you took that reading an hour later, you would get 135. This is crazy. It's wild because all of this movement in blood sugar is happening before the person has even had breakfast. And by the way, this happens in everybody. It's not limited just to diabetics. Your blood sugar moves around like crazy from the moment you wake up. So how do you measure fasting correctly? There are two rules you need to follow. Rule number one, you need to take your reading the moment you wake up, when you are still on your bed. If you start walking or go use the washroom or even go brush your teeth, your readings will start to change. This is because your body is moving from a sleep state to an awake state, to an active state. So it starts to send more blood sugar out to your muscles because they need to be active and get ready for the day. So rule number one, you take your blood sugar reading fasting the moment you wake up, when you are still on your bed. And rule number two, you make sure you're following the same routine for sleep and dinner the day before. If you normally eat your dinner at 8:30 and you sleep by 10:30 and you wake up by 7, then follow that pattern. On a day where you're eating a late dinner or you're sleeping late or you're waking up late, again your fasting blood sugar readings will go all over the place. You just won't be able to compare what has happened and the data won't make any sense to you. So if you want to take your fasting blood glucose reading properly, make sure you maintain both these rules. Keep the same routine and take the reading the moment you wake up, when you are still on your bed. Why does this matter? If you want to reduce your fasting blood sugar, you need to start by measuring it correctly.